Tell us about it.
John, much anticipated. And as you said, this is a trade war. This is a very big hit from China. 2 points I want to make. Number one, even though these tariffs are very broad, impacting all imports, it will really hurt American farmers and the U.S. agriculture industry the hardest. China imports a lot of soybeans of all products from the United States. It's been a top customer. With these additional tariffs, the price will skyrocket. It will force China's farmers, as well as food producers, to go somewhere else to buy soybeans, therefore hurting the United States. In addition, China has also put some restrictions on rare minerals that are used to make everyday household products, also electronics. That could impact the American effort to beef up more domestic manufacturing and production. The other point to make, the fact this is happening on a Friday night at the start of a very important holiday weekend says a lot. Beijing certainly could have waited until Monday, but this is making a very big statement, especially within China, to the domestic population. It's also coming at a time when China is really trying to establish itself as a stable, rational force in the world. In fact, there was a Chinese official just recently in Europe, meeting with officials in Hungary, releasing a statement saying that China would be willing to have some kind of relationship with the United States to fight against protectionism, to fight against bullying. Again, John, the fact this is happening on a Friday night really underscores the fact that China is serious about this. Whether or not this leads to a discussion between Xi Jinping and President Trump at the negotiating table remains to be seen. But this shows just how high the stakes are in this back and forth between these economic superpowers.
Yeah, it shows how serious China is, and what we see in futures shows how little investors like it. A bad day yesterday, getting even worse today. Mark Stewart in Beijing, thank you so much for that update.
What's it like to take IShowSpeed around Chongqing for one day? We started deep underground to avoid attention, but the moment we surfaced, the city went full World War Z. Then I took him to the most confusing square in Chongqing.
This is the ground, right? Check it out. Take a look. What the fuck?
It broke his brain. Next stop,
The infamous train going through residential building station.
the speed wasn't impressed, because in America, planes already do that. After that, we took Asia's longest escalator. We were scared. It was steep. Then came the highway bus that climbs 20 floors into the sky.
Who built this city, bro?
And of course, I let him test drive a Chinese supercar that twerks.
It's moving by itself.
As night fell, the cyber city came alive. Neon, chaos, glowing castle on cliffs. Speed was in love.
This is China, baby. Zoom out, show the whole city.
But we still ended up fighting over water.
Hey! This is mine.
At the end of it all, I asked him again.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you rate this door? 10 out of 10. Nice. Chongqing, 10 out of 10.
Hundreds of thousands of Americans have joined nationwide protests against President Donald Trump's trade tariffs and the radical shakeup of U.S. politics driven by his administration. Hands-off rallies have been held in all 50 states. There's growing public anger at Trump's policies as well as Elon Musk's cost-cutting campaign.
It was the largest single day of protest since President Donald Trump returned to office in January. Under the banner Hands Off, opponents of Trump's policies rallied, from critics of his economic policies to those concerned about civil rights, to climate activists in towns and cities in all 50 states, from New York's Fifth Avenue.
I feel horrible. Immigrants are getting deported. The president's so worried about 0.1% of the population, transgender people, but he doesn't care about the economy, he doesn't talk about lowering prices, inflation.
To Charlotte, North Carolina,